Hello straight line fans, here we are for part 2. Gotta say thanks for Rick for joining me on this. I really needed this sort of mental health break, and if you're struggling, then going out and doing something really hard, physical type 2 fun works for me. Maybe it works for you. Anyway, we're at camp, day 2, about to start. Let's see what happens. Good morning off-grid fans. Well, we were certainly off-grid last night. We were here and we're now ready to continue our straight line mission. But other than that pheasant that we killed a net last night, no, honestly that was just there. We have left no trace, look, no bits, everything's packed away. Very important part of wild camping is to leave no trace. So we're about 20 metres off the line in this little hollow, which is just over there. We couldn't find anywhere down there last night, and I didn't GPS scrambling up the hill because I was just too tired. But I've had like 14 hours kip and not enough to eat. But look, beautiful blue sky after storm Dabet, whatever it was, on Friday. Looks like we're going to have another nice day. So we'll go and pick up this far too heavy rucksack that I've eaten about 10% of the food I brought, and we're halfway through. And we will crack on. Cheers. Oh, look at that snort dangling. Hey.
Gorgeous morning for the start. Just cut across the field. There's a bit of a bog in there, and we just got over this nice fence. Absolutely stunning views, and it's little bits like this that just make the progress slow because it's a steep drop and another steep little climb back up. But this one's quite an easy one. Just kind of cross down and jobs are good. And
well, lovely morning, but tough going straight away. Get a views. Just had a run in with a farmer on his quad, wondering what we were doing. We said just following this line, so as long as that's taking me off your land, hurry up. And we're trying to hurry up, but these marshes are above me waist, so you have to lift your knees really high, and it's really quite tiring, especially with a 20 kilo pack or whatever I've got. Look at that. A road not far that way, and we're trying to get through this. I don't know if you can see it. There's a fence in the middle of the marshes, and then straight up that other side. Rick's coming.
Kev's just ahead, just nipped over the top, but the grass here, this is one of the reasons it takes so long. The grass here is basically shoulder height, and we've just come straight across here. There's one little divot in a bit of a field. All this is marshland. The grass is waist height. You're having to lift your legs up every time to almost knee height to get the next step in. You don't know what is underneath you. It can be so hard work at times because your feet can just roll so easily. It's proper ankle snapping territory, but bit by bit you sort of get the next crest and then you plod on, and it's just so slow going because like this next bit here, like just before Kev, you don't know if it's going to drop 20 feet because this bit here we couldn't see until we were pretty much on it. But on a plus note, what an absolutely stunning morning. Absolutely stunning. It's just insanely slow going, and trying to walk in a straight line is probably one of the most disorientating things I've ever actually tried to do, because you'd never think. You think, oh, straight line, that's easy enough to do. No, in reality, even when you have a fixed point and you know the direction you're going in, it's just insanely hard and disorientating because you're trying to fixate on a point, but at the same time you can't go a straight line on the ground, and your balance in these reefs every time you're trying to put a foot down and find some solid ground, it's insanely hard. And like I said, from what looked like back there, a flat bit of ground, you come to where Kev actually is. And then when I said 20 feet, it didn't look like it. In reality, it's more like 50. It suddenly drops off steep. There's a fence right at the bottom of it. And you've got a fair gorge. Bonkers. So this is why it's insanely slow going to anybody who's not tried this. It's a big wake-up call to your legs. This is that hole, a bit more of a marsh. And this is the banking, which didn't look so bad from the side, but it's practically, I don't know, it's a good 80 degrees.
All fours job is what it is.
Definitely all fours job. You can tell the angle the trees are coming out at. Whew. Blue skies make it work.
Well, doing better at videos today, and I've got a charged phone. Look at this view. Again, as we saw yesterday. Penny Ghent. Oh, some pheasants just there, right by us. And yeah, we've done half a mile in half an hour from camp. Been very hard going again. But there, that's our direction of travel. Let's crack on. Let's have a quick look at where we are. These are the woods that we camped on. We did follow the line, just didn't turn the GPS on until we were sure that we were in clear skies and that it was accurate. And then, as you can see, a little bit of a deviation around this wall. We actually rebuilt this wall as we went through it, because we found a bit that had fallen down, went through there and rebuilt it. These are the two ditches here that you've just seen us, and we are currently around about here looking at pheasants. So we're going to go on, and we're soon going to meet Tim over here and carry on. As you can see, we've done very well.
I've been trying to ring you, stay behind the wall waiting.
I was just looking at those cow fields and good, easy going land ahead. We've been joined by Timmy. Good morning.
Alright, finally found you after hiding from the local farmer feeding his cows. It's all good.
Yeah, we've only done like 0.9 of a mile. It's been really tough, like up to your chin in marshes, and you can't really see, and now this felled ground.
I was still back at the wall. I saw you guys just going over the second rise. I was waiting by the wall for you.
All right.
I thought you got trapped by farmer, but you made it out before he arrived.
Yeah.
So I got stuck, so I had to go.
All good.
Is it time? Finally caught up with these two. Walking the line, day 2.
You do not know how nice it is to walk on a standard field. There might not be a path. This is much better. And look at that blue sky. Longridge Fell there. Trough of Bowland over there. Oh, doing well today. So I stopped for breakfast. RTE bar. We're on the road, so we're allowed to be here. And up there, oops, oh,
Basically, boots and boxes.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've done it again.
What? A million photos?
No, I've recorded with, I haven't actually pressed go. So anyway, what did I do? First I went over here and went, look,
I'm just gonna film Kev filming.
There's the footpath down to the River Hodder.
So this is Kev.
The River Hodder, take 2, is
And he hadn't even pressed record.
is a quarter, a third of a mile down there. That might be our showstopper.
He's actually repeating himself.
Yeah, I am repeating myself. Tim's going to help us across. He's brought some rope, but it still might be a showstopper. But anyway, we stopped here for breakfast. We've done 2.5 mile in 1.5 hours or something like that. And my breakfast today is a blueberry OTE bar. Anyway, the original video that I wasn't recording was about 2.5 minutes, and this one's only a minute. In the dedication to the line, even though we just touched a footpath and there was a stile, I come over this corner here and then somewhere just like on that bit of wood managed to rip. There, look, all time, and I rip it on there. Anyway, there's the river. It's a big river, the River Hodder. Lads are over there, and that's our line up that steep bank. Will this be a showstopper? Will we manage? Only one way to find out, and that is follow the line.
So the main obstacle for straight line day 2 was the Hodder on a tight, deep corner. We've also realised there's a crag in the way, and I only brought a throw line for the water, nothing to abseil off the crag.
This is double dedication to the line. They're up there filming ostriches in the wild boar park over there, and there's a nice path just there, but my line comes down this cliff, so I'm on the cliff and I've got a hawthorn in the way of the ostrich, but I'll try and put a picture that Tim's taken of the ostrich into the video.
So we're just looking at a pair of ostrich there. So 2 ostrich, and in the gap of the trees just to the right above them is the, there we go, my finger, oh I'm missing it, that is a deer. So yeah, but yeah, this is where the lines basically, yeah, we're just cutting across the edge. And that's the river crossing.
Lads are also avoiding the path and coming down the cliff. Got to stick to the line.
So just approaching the river Hodder crossing. Easy little. Look at that. That has got to be doable.
We're happy. This is the point. We didn't come and check this out. I wanted to come and check this out in advance, but I kind of hoped I might change my socks and then I can put my waterproof socks back on at the other side. But I'm at the moment I'm prepared to wade across that. Let's see. So my plan is to just wade across there. I'm going to change to the socks I wore in bed last night that aren't waterproof and keep these Gore-Tex socks dry, and then yeah, and I can put them on when we get to the other side. Well, let's have a quick look at what we've been on with up to now. This is where we last saw you and met Tim, and then we had loads of easy fields. As you can see, those woods might have been 5 metres there, but we were just straight across. This is where we had breakfast here, just on the road, down here to where I ripped my pants. And then the cliff that we all got worked up about, and actually we could have had an easier way down it. Look, we were 14 metres there. I think here we're just getting distracted looking at the river. And even to the point of here, look, where we were getting ready, we were 14 metres away. But luckily, you'll see us go across now, and this is where we were getting dressed at the other side. But even here, look, 24.8 metres from the line at that point, out of the other side. But I know, a bit of a spoiler that we got across, but I thought I'd show you where we were up to on the line and where we did cross. Oh, this is a PG video. So I've done one, but sealskins, I were on deck shell waterproof socks yesterday. They worked really well because they were like calf height. These aren't quite as high. Putting those socks on, so these will still be dry. Oh, and he's actually recording, so there we are.
It's a little cold.
Yeah, well Tim's going for barefoot, which me and Rick aren't doing. But he's being our tester. He's got himself a balance stick. Did you saw that stick?
What?
Did you saw that stick?
No, no, no.
Oi, put your bum cheeks away, this is a PG video. Where are they heading to? I'd have gone a bit more left.
Go left.
That looks deep, that looks shallower. How deep is it? Will he dip his balls in? That's the big question. Yeah.
That is the deepest part there, definitely. You're going to need a stick.
I will sort a stick. We'll have time, Will. You'll be able to get dressed at the other side before we come across. It's deeper than I thought it was going to be.
That is deeper than I expected.
But he's done it, which means it's doable.
Yeah,
Well, he's done the worst bit.
Yeah. Can't decide I'm going to take a slightly different route on that, but I think I'll probably take the same. Well, that flow is just a bit of white bit. That does look like should be deeper. Now get going.
Let him get out first.
My approach is going to be slightly different.
Hey! He's made it!
Yeah.
Right, Rick's going.
We're dead, Gran. Going where I can see the water. Here comes Gandalf, fully dressed.
Kev's struggling with the river crossing. Is he going to take him out? Still another couple of deep bits to go. Made it to the rock. Me and Tim managed to get through. Tim went barefoot, I went boots. Mine was considerably quicker. But I've got wet boots. And Kev's made it.
So across the river, still, I know, 5 metres offline. We're across.
Completely dressed and just going to cut
That's me wet line to there. Just kept me bollocks dry. Did you keep your bollocks dry?
Yeah.
Rain started, but we're on the home fields. Home straight now, 6 mile or something across fields.
So this is us just caught by a hedge line. Farmer came into this field straight towards us, didn't see us. He's currently down there on his quad bike, but we need to go that away.
Oh, cheers! Cheers for that. Thank you. Another nice chap letting us carry on, bought into our daftness, and he said this electric fence isn't even on.
So the farmer actually caught us, had a chat with the guy, and he just said, "You're all daft, carry on." Winning.
So we're within visible range where we had farmer who let us carry on. And then we realised that we've got a very posh house that we're going straight through the middle of. We've all got fear, and we've decided...
Are you recording?
I'm recording now, yeah. We've decided to deviate over to a footpath, and that should still keep us within bronze. But yeah, it looks a very posh house, and it was right through their garden. I don't know why I did the line like that. I probably thought if we got across the Hodder, I'd have balls of steel to go through their garden. But no.
Balls have shrunk.
but the Hodder shrunk me balls. So anyway, we're still going to carry on, but we've decided this next bit is a purposeful deviation to bronze.
So after a chat with the farmer who let us carry on, someone unhelpfully built that farm in the middle of the line. So we've had to deviate slightly, but we think we might still be in bronze.
Hey up, girls. Hello.
I didn't video it, but you can hear the quad. We just chatted to the farmer and he says yes, we can walk across his fields.
Another chat with the farmer because we kind of needed to go through that hedge. We thought it was a bad move. Gate behind me. The farmer was there. Told him what we're doing. Said yeah, crack on. Just don't damage anything.
So we did get across that big feature of the hodder that we were expecting to be difficult, and then had some farming encounters and whatever. So let's just see where we are across the fields. This is where we first saw the farmer, but he didn't see us, and then we actually went down to the road through this little stream here was actually quite bad, and then as it happened, as he came up here, you went over the highest point of the hill, and the farmer saw us and he came round sort of here on his quad and come up to us. I'll say let us carry on. Here is where we had a bit of food and realised that this house was going to be in our way. Now, I'll come clean, Rick did a bit of a cheeky and he paused his GPS, but basically we went round here. I'll put a picture on the screen of my GPS with the deviation, but we didn't go through there. And then we got back on through here, carried on. It was all relatively straightforward. After this finishes, I think it's here. I've got a nice little clip. Now we'd had a deviation already. We didn't film it, but here we basically got stuck in a pheasant pen. All of this area here was a pheasant pen, and we would have had to have broken the fence to get out. There was only one way in and out, and we're not for breaking things, so we deviated round 57 metres. We know it was quite a big deviation, but that was sort of our second one after going round the house. But we weren't breaking things. One thing we were doing on this mission is we were not breaking walls, fences, so we didn't do it. And then here there was a hedge that it would have been really bad for us to get through, like we would have done some damage, and as it happened there were a farmer in that field, and we walked down here looking for a way through, saw the farmer, had a chat with him, he allowed us to carry on. So that's where you've seen, that's where we are. As you can see, we deviated out of bronze here at this pheasant pen, and actually further back as well. But you carry on as we head this way, and here at this 39 metre deviation, I've got a funny little clip to put.
The largest obstacles of the day wasn't even the river.
Thought we'd stop for a quick video. Tim's getting the photo, but basically look at that rainbow.
Yeah, excellent.
So he just lined up so that Rick's eating the rainbow.
There we go. I don't know if you can see it on your phone.
Well,
I'll go through the paint on the camera.
I'll get it off you.
Right,
Oh. I tried to get Rick climbing over using that tree, which we all did, and just missed him. So here we are, another tree, another fence, another stream, 2 and a bit kilometres to the end. So we are 2.2 kilometres from the end. Blue skies, Longridge Fell, and a bar electric fence.
I reckon it's about a mile up there, but out of this tree line there's 6 farms. So this is going to be one of the buildings that's kind of on our route. But the second time today, there's actually been a footpath straight down the side of it. Pretty much where we need to be.
And here is the point at Puscat where we've already had some deviation.
Deviating.
Yeah.
You knock on the door?
No. just, I've got what I want out of these 2 days of daftness, and yeah, I just want to get to the finish point, and if this is as big as deviation, I'm really not bothered. That's way too risky.
They're on a footpath. They're not on a footpath. What are they doing?
So earlier when we were hiding in some woods because there were some people, it was these people, and they didn't appear to be going where there was footpaths. We thought they were the farm or whatever, but we've been watching them and they are also going in a straight line. Yeah, so anyway, if someone else is straight lining Forest to Bowland on the same day as us, that would be mighty strange.
Bench with a view? Don't mind if I do.
So this is a good marker, this river that we're coming up to, the River Loud. This is the border of Ribble Valley. Oh. And somewhere over there should be a bridge. And there we are. We have crossed the River Loud on this bridge that was on the line, and that's us cross Ribble Valley done. 2 more fields and then that's cross Forest to Bowland. Well, I am a broken man, but here we are. The end of 26 kilometres is just there. Should have had a lighter pack. A look at the line, and obviously we did get worse as we carried on, but this is where we left you, me wandering through a hedge or wiggling through a hedge, and then a little bit further along, well, let's zoom in a bit here, we couldn't find a good way out of this field, so again like 27 metre, but now you sort of know that you've lost it, you've lost anyway. You can see by the amount of wiggling on the GPS that we struggled to get through here. So, and then when we did get into the field, up at this farm here, we could hear quads, and it didn't seem that far to run to here. There was a footpath the other side of this fence, but 70 metres, and over here 92 metres. I mean, we've lost it now, but we just want to finish. We didn't want to get caught, so we did get back on the line, stopped for a little bit here. Didn't realise that this was a big driveway to a very posh house, hence why we sort of went a little bit further to keep out of sight, but yeah, so through the next couple, I think that somewhere over here was where the electric fence was, and then we'd basically decided that this next section, it was too much for us. We didn't want to, we'd had really good interactions with people so far. We didn't want to spoil the mission by upsetting someone in the final kilometres when we'd already sort of, gone offline. So here we got onto the footpath that's, sort of 25 metres apart. I think we did a video here approaching this house, and yeah, we just followed the footpath. And we really, it was here, I think here 150 metres, 152.5 metres way out of it. So this field here was where we filmed the horses. And then here what I've done is I've trimmed this line to that bridge that was the end of the Ribble Valley, and just to make it easier to see the line. That was actually on our line, and yeah, if we'd have carried on these next two fields, wrong way, these next two fields here, we'd have also got out, but we'd failed. What was annoying is this field was freshly planted, so we tried to follow the footpath on the map, which went roughly where we went, but there was no line there, and actually if we'd have gone straight, we'd have gone through two less gates and done less issues. We would have actually kept to the line there, we'd have done better. But anyway, that was the River Loud crossing, and then we walked up this path to here rather than sort of finishing over here, and got picked up. But there you are, we failed in the end, but we didn't fail because we had a wonderful time. It was a great 2 days of thinking about only the line and not about all the stresses of real life. Really good for my mental health. So I don't regard it as a failure, and that just means that we've got to do something again to try and stay within 25 metres. So if you've stayed to the end, thank you very much. Give us a like, share with your friends, do some algorithmic magic for me, and yeah, thank you for watching, and go out and have your own type 2 fun. It really is good for you.